Suddenly, I heard a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
You trespass.
Find the rest of Tintin's little party pals.
The pit, they all hang out at the pit.
Check, charge, or cash?
Cash, and made out to Jack's Demolition, Tucson.
788.30.
In my country, if you don't matter to the men in power, you do not matter.
Just after 6 p.m. local time on Tuesday the 4th of August, an explosion ripped through Beirut's port. People in Lebanon's capital had earlier spotted a large fire at the port, billowing dark smoke into the air.
In 1955, Albert Einstein, hailed as the greatest scientific mind of the 20th century, died. For the next 26 years, Einstein's literary estate lay guarded in the basement of Princeton's Fuld Hall. The Sentinel was Einstein's loyal secretary of 50 years, Helen Dukas. A condition of Einstein's will was that upon her death, all his papers, some 45,000, would go to Hebrew University in Jerusalem. This led to the discovery of secret love letters written by Einstein to a first wife, who was also a physicist. When finally made public at a major North American science convention, the content of these letters rocked the international science community. Mileva Marić was born on the 19th of December 1875 in Hungary, in the small town of Titel on the outskirts of Novi Sad. Mileva, born with a congenital dislocation of the hip, is painfully shy, but exceptionally gifted. A teacher tells her father, "Watch that child. She is a rare phenomenon."
She must have been, in many ways, a very remarkable young woman coming from a sort of backwater area of the Balkans, Vojvodina, which at that time was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. She had the encouragement of her father, and it seems very often at that time that there had to be a father who was pushing for a young woman to get advanced education. Her father gave her the best education possible in Serbia at that time.
Miloš obtained special permission from the government for Mileva to attend the all-boys Royal Classical Gymnasium in Zagreb. Here she is able to study mathematics and physics, subjects not available to young girls.
She was trying to break barriers in mathematics and science in a way that women and girls certainly just did not do.
Mileva matriculates, topping her class with the highest marks in physics and maths. Her next stop is Switzerland. Mileva enrolls in one of Europe's leading technical universities in Switzerland. The only woman in a class of 5. She decides to specialize in theoretical physics. Only one other person does the same. The young Albert Einstein.
Listen, I'm curious. Did you want me to know that you were following me, or are you just real clumsy?
You must learn to sacrifice for a higher purpose.
Every human being is a puzzle of need. You must learn to intuit what is missing, become the missing piece, and they will give you anything.
Mileva Marić was Albert Einstein's first wife, and one of the few female students in his class at Zurich Polytechnic. Their relationship began with an intellectual attraction. Both were fascinated by physics and math and often discussed scientific ideas and solved problems together. Later, in 1902, she and Einstein had a daughter out of wedlock, Liesl, whose fate remains unknown. There are suggestions that Mileva helped Einstein in his early scientific work. In 1901, Einstein's article on capillarity was published in Annalen der Physik. In their correspondence, both referred to it as our work, but Mileva's name is not listed. Some researchers believe that she helped with the calculations. And the decision to sign the article only with Einstein's last name may have been due to gender stereotype. However, there is no direct evidence of her co-authorship. Most historians of science believe that her role was limited to intellectual support and critical discussion, but not independent development of theories. None of Einstein's publications list her as a co-author, and no direct evidence has been found that Mileva participated in the creation of the theory of relativity or other key works of Einstein. They divorced in 1919, and under the terms of the agreement, Einstein pledged to give her the money from his future Nobel Prize. This step is sometimes interpreted as an indirect acknowledgement of her contribution, but most historians believe that it was simply a financial guarantee for Mileva and their sons, Hans Albert and Eduard. In 1922, Einstein received the prize for explaining the photoelectric effect, not for the theory of relativity, and kept his promise. Mileva Marić was an intelligent and educated woman who, under different circumstances, could have had a scientific career.
From this day forward, you will become sparrows, weapons in a global struggle for power.
These satellite images reveal the extent of the damage. This crater was once a warehouse. Now it's underwater. The colossal force was caused by the explosion of 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate, a highly reactive chemical which was being stored unsafely in a hangar on the port.
Tonight you're all going to be a part of a social experiment.
Through the magic of diesel fuel and ammonium nitrate,
I'm ready right now to blow you all sky high.
Jolly pirate nickname.
Oh, Jesus Christ, and a taxi!
Hold still. Each one of these is a life you helped destroy.
In the St. Mar-Meroun church, a priest and his congregation were taking part in Mass. The explosion was caught on camera 11 kilometers away in the Dabia Marina. The blast was so big that it was heard from the mountains. This video from the town of Brumana, 15 kilometers away, shows how far the shockwave reached. It was even heard and felt as far away as Cyprus, more than 125 miles across the Mediterranean. Aerial shots show the scale of the destruction of the port. It reportedly housed 85% of Lebanon's supply of grain, which was a strategic food reserve in a country crippled by economic meltdown.
Your body belongs to the state. Since your birth, the state nourished it. Now the state asks something in return.
You want to give me a spot? Yeah. Ammonium nitrate, water-soluble, fuel oil would have burned off during the blast. That's right.
We can't rule out an accident at this point. It's not officially a crime scene yet.
The shape charge. The shape charge indicates that they are technically proficient.
Report came in. The explosive was Di-X, linear-shaped charge used in demolition. She can pick it up with a driver's license in Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. Too common to trace a sale, Vincent.
Dozens of bags of fireworks were being stored in the same warehouse as that stockpile of ammonium nitrate, which acts as an accelerant in a fire.
Is that gasoline I smell?
No, man. No! No! No!